Golden Square High School began its life in 1960 in the old Teachers College site on Camp Hill. Bendigo High School was quickly becoming overcrowded as Bendigo's population grew, and in 1959 the Education Department announced that a new high school would be built in Golden Square. In 1960, 137 students and 4 staff became the first school body of Golden Square High School. Over the next 2 years, the school operated in 4 rooms and a hall at the old Teachers College site. Students and staff regularly visited the new Golden Square site and looked on excitedly as the building slowly began to take shape on what was once a desolation of old mine shafts, dams, rubbish and rocks. In 1962, the new school opened, with 2 wings running east and west, and included classrooms, sick bay, bookstore and library workroom.
Hello and welcome to Golden Square Secondary College. I'm Tanya.
And I'm Erin. Let's go and take a tour of the school.
Up this way is the Year 9 corridor and the integration room.
This way is the home eco rooms and the textiles rooms. Let's go and have a look.
We started in 1960, was our first year it was called Form 1 then, but Year 7 would be what they'd call it today. And there were 2 groups of Year 7s, or Form 1s, 1A and 1B, and 2 groups of Year 8 or Form 2. I think Bendigo High had become, very big and very overcrowded, and so they just drew up some boundaries for Golden Square as a new school. There weren't, apart from the girls' school, I don't think there were any other secondary schools at that point. And I know the boundary went along Mitchell Street, Carpenter Street. That was one edge of it because we lived really close to that boundary.
Can you remember what your first impressions were at the time?
We were billeted at the old Teachers College behind Rosalind Park, and so everything was very make-do. The art room was in the old police barracks. There were 2 Bristol buildings, and there was the old brick building, which I think used to be a gymnasium for the high school, but I'm not sure on that one.
I think we had 2 rooms and a small hall, because I remember the small hall. We had a teacher by the name of Peter Hines, and we used to have a school social once a year, and he was mad keen on teaching all the students how to not do dancing as in ballroom dancing, I suppose, and I can remember that small hall because we always used to crowd in there to be taught how to dance. Instead of doing PE, I think we used to do dancing.
Peter Haynes, he came straight from, as I did, from a primary training background, and because there was a shortage of secondary teachers, we were just pushed straight into the secondary division. And Peter excelled. He took on the teaching of French, I think it was, as well as a few other subjects, and he was very, very active in the musical aspect of the school.
Principal was Cess Armstrong.
Fondly known as Drac.
Yeah, that's right, I'd forgotten that. And he was, very, I guess, an old school person, very straight up and down, quite a stern, severe-looking man, but I think very kind underneath. When we were in Form 1, we used to have him for English. And he would come in and everybody would be sitting in their seats, very well behaved. And he was quite renowned for being able to recite poetry.
Beautiful poetry.
Beautiful poetry.
Beautiful
and
voice
yes, just recite beautifully. And I think we spent a lot of time listening to him recite poetry.